Hey Ken, quick question. I saw elephant at the zoo yesterday. What is wrong with that sentence?
Everything. Absolutely everything is wrong with that sentence.
Okay, welcome everyone, because today we are fixing the mistake that almost every English learner makes, multiple times a day, without even noticing it.
Hey everyone, so happy to be here for this one. And today's topic is the three smallest, sneakiest, most confusing words in English. A, an, and the.
Three tiny words, and yet they cause more mistakes than almost anything else in the entire language.
So today we are not doing a boring grammar lecture. We are going to argue, quiz each other, tell embarrassing stories, and by the end, you will never confuse these three words again. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first, what actually is an article? Because some people watching might not even know the term.
Right, an article is just a small word we put in front of a noun to show whether we are talking about something specific or something general. That is it. That is the whole concept.
So a, an, and the are all articles.
Exactly. A and an are called indefinite articles. They introduce something general, something not yet identified. And the is called the definite article. It points to something specific, something already known.
Okay, so let's go back to your elephant disaster. I saw elephant at the zoo.
What is wrong with it?
You missed the article completely. One elephant or every elephant on Earth?
Just one.
Then you need an elephant. Without the article, your sentence sounds like elephant is some kind of substance, like saying, I saw water, but worse.
That is exactly the kind of mistake we are fixing today.
Okay, let's start with the easiest pair, a versus an.
Quick quiz for you, Anna. Apple. A apple or an apple?
An apple, obviously.
Why obviously?
Because apple starts with a vowel.
Close, but that is actually the wrong reason. It is not about the letter. It is about the sound.
Wait, what? I have been taught it is about vowels and consonants my whole life.
So has almost everyone. But here is where it gets funny. Quick quiz again at you. Hour. A hour or an hour?
A hour. H is a consonant.
Wrong. It is an hour. The H is silent. Say it out loud. Hour. It starts with a vowel sound even though it is spelled with a consonant.
Okay, that is genuinely shocking. Give me another one.
University. A university or an university?
An university. U is a vowel.
Wrong again. It is a university. Because university is pronounced U-university. That Y sound is a consonant sound, even though the letter is a vowel. So, a university, a unicorn, a uniform. All consonant sounds despite the vowel letter.
So the real rule is, listen to the sound, ignore the spelling.
Exactly. Pause the video right now and try this one yourself. Is it a umbrella or an umbrella?
I'll let our listeners answer that one. Comment your answer below before Ken tells you.
Okay, so now let's talk about when you actually use a or an in a sentence. Not just which one to pick, but when this category applies at all.
So a and an are for general things that could be any one of many. The first time you mention something. Imagine you walk into your apartment and say to your roommate, there is a spider in the bathroom.
A spider, not the spider.
Right, because at that moment, your roommate has no idea which spider you mean. There could be 1,000 spiders in the world. You are just introducing the idea. There exists a spider somewhere in the bathroom right now.
But what if it is the same spider you have been talking about for 3 days?
Then it becomes the spider. The spider is still in the bathroom. Because now it is specific. We both know exactly which spider we are discussing. The terrifying one, living its best life behind the toilet. Okay, now let's talk about the. the word that causes the most confusion of all three.
Right. The is for something specific. Something already known, already mentioned, or something where there is genuinely only one.
Give me the classic shift example.
Okay. I saw a dog in the park yesterday. The dog was incredibly friendly and followed me for 10 minutes.
First mention, a dog, because it is new information.
Second mention, the dog, because now we both know exactly which dog. It became specific the moment it was introduced.
Let's do a funny one. Imagine you tell your friend, I met a man at the gym. And then later you say, a man told me to mind my own business.
Wait, that is wrong, right?
Completely wrong. It should be, the man told me to mind my own business, because you already introduced him. Using a man again makes it sound like a totally different rude stranger appeared out of nowhere.
So now there are two rude men in this story instead of one.
Exactly. One small article mistake, and suddenly your story has an extra character.
Okay, let's do the unique in the world category. Quiz me.
The sun, the moon, the President of the United States. Why do all of these need the?
Because there is only one of each. No ambiguity. Everyone instantly knows which one you mean.
What about superlatives?
Always the. She is the funniest person I know. That was the worst meal I have ever eaten.
Why always?
Because there can only be one best, one worst, one funniest in any comparison. Superlatives are automatically specific by definition.
Travel example time. You arrive at a hotel and ask, where is bathroom? Or, where is the bathroom?
Oh, that is such a common tourist mistake. It must be the bathroom, because in that hotel room, there is only one bathroom. It is specific within that context, even though it is not unique in the entire world.
So, the can mean unique to the whole world or just unique to the situation you are in.
Exactly that.
Okay, now the part that confuses people the most. When do you use absolutely nothing? No no an, no the.
This is the most ignored rule in English. People assume every noun needs something in front of it. It does not. Imagine someone says, I love the music, when they actually mean they love music as a general concept, not one specific song playing right now.
So what is the correct version?
I love music. No article, because we're talking about music in general, as an idea, not a specific song.
What about uncountable things like water?
Water is essential for life. Not the water is essential for life, unless you are pointing at a specific bottle of water in front of you.
Let's do plural nouns. Shopping example. I need to buy the apples versus I need to buy apples.
If you just mean apples in general for your shopping list, I need to buy apples. No article. But if you are talking about specific apples, like ones you already saw at the shop, I need to buy the apples we saw earlier.
Okay, country names. This one personally destroyed me when I was learning. I live in France, or I live in the France?
I live in France. No article. Most countries take no article at all.
But there are exceptions, right?
Painfully so. The United States, the United Kingdom, the Netherlands, the Philippines.
Why do these get the?
Because they describe a group, a union, or a collection of states or islands, so grammatically they behave differently.
Let's do a tricky one. School example. I go to school versus I went to the school.
Oh, this one is brilliant. I go to school means the general concept. You are a student. You attend school regularly. I went to the school means a specific building. Maybe you went to pick something up or attend an event, but you are not necessarily a student there.
Same word, completely different meaning depending on the article.
That is the whole secret of this entire topic right there.
Okay, let's do a few real funny misunderstandings caused by article mistakes. I will start. A friend of mine once said in a business meeting, "I need the answer," instead of, "I need an answer."
What is the difference there?
I need an answer means just give me any response. I need the answer sounds like there is one specific correct answer already known and you are demanding it immediately. It came across as really intense and slightly aggressive in that meeting.
That is so subtle but so powerful. Okay, my turn. Someone once told me, "I am going to marry Doctor."
No article at all?
None. And it sounded like Doctor was their actual name. Like Doctor was his first name.
It needed to be, "I am going to marry a doctor," meaning a person whose profession is medicine. Restaurant example. Someone once asked a waiter, "Can I get check?"
That sounds like they are asking for a person named Check.
It needed to be, "Can I get the check?" Specific, the one for their table.
Okay, let's do a rapid-fire round. I will give you a sentence with a mistake. You fix it, and our listeners should try to fix it before you answer too. Pause if you need extra time. Ready?
Ready.
She is engineer.
She is an engineer.
I need an pen.
A pen. Consonant sound.
I live in United Kingdom.
I live in the United Kingdom. Exception country.
Dogs is loyal animal.
That is actually two mistakes. It should be, dogs are loyal animals. General plural. No article needed at all.
I saw a man at supermarket and the man waved at me.
Wait, that one might actually be correct.
Let's check. First mention, a man should be used, not just man. So it should be, I saw a man at the supermarket and the man waved at me.
The supermarket is specific because it is the one you are currently at.
Exactly. Great catch.
Okay, let's bring it all together. Today we covered what an article actually is, the real sound-based rule for a versus an, when to use a or an for general unspecified things, when to use the for specific or unique things, and when to use no article at all for general plurals, uncountable nouns, most countries, and general concepts like school or music.
Here is your challenge before you go. Write one sentence in the comments using a, an, the, or no article, and make it about your day. We are going to read through them and call out anyone who gets it wrong in the funniest way possible.
If this video helped you, please hit the like button. It genuinely helps Know How reach more learners who need this. Subscribe so you never miss our next episode.
And remember, next time you see an elephant, just one elephant, please, for the love of grammar, say an elephant.
See you in the next one. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.